welcome back. Hour number 2 about your house, coming your way from the podcast studio in the toolbox. That's puttoolsinschools.org. Brought to you by puttoolsinschools.org and Queen City Home Store. Queen City Home Store serving the Charlotte metro area and North and South Carolina. Why do I say that? They have recently expanded their name, their brand, to Queen City Home Store from Queen City Audio, Video, and Appliance. Great store, great staff, great price, great products, guaranteed. That's Queen City Home Store. Give them a call, 704-391-6000. Or better yet, you can shop online, queencityonline.com. Today's show, I've got Tegan Statham here with me from Floor Coverings International, Southeast Charlotte, a floor covering franchise right here in the Charlotte metro area. No matter where you're at, don't let that fool you. They'll come to you, be it Belmont, Cornelius, Davidson, Lake Norman, Indian Land. It doesn't matter where you're at. They'll come to you. Showroom on wheels. They bring the goods to you and make you, not make you, but help you make the right decision for your own home. Isn't that right?
That's right. Absolutely.
Is that what you do?
That's all we do.
That's all you do.
That's all we do.
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah, got it. We were talking about how I got into construction before the top of the hour break there, and I want to continue it just a little bit. You know, when I was in new construction, I learned a great deal about new construction, you know, literally how to build homes, residential construction. And that was great. And I was very fortunate that I could go out with the concrete guys and pick up the trowel, edging tool, and do it. Wallpaper. Hubert and Tommy Watson, two Watson brothers, did all the wallpapering. I learned to wallpaper with them.
Wow.
And I was able to go out, and you're talking about a classroom. That's a classroom, to be able to go out there and wallpaper. They're wallpapering building 4. So I go down to building 4, and I might spend 3 hours down there wallpapering, learning how to wallpaper from the Watson boys. Framing. If I wanted to go frame, I'd go out there and watch the framers and join in and just be a part of it.
That's awesome.
You know, no matter what the trade was, drywall, to go watch the drywall guys finish. And you got a classroom right there. Matter of fact, to me, that was my college because I learned it all. You know, I really did. And I was able to do hands-on backhoes, front-end loaders, forklifts, all the equipment, learned them all. And by the way, I was in the National Guard for 11 and a half years. And when I went into the Army, you know, when you go to the Army, you get an MOS, which is your trade, so to speak, what you're going to be specialized in. And talking about the mechanic side of it, I was specialized in wheel vehicle mechanic and track vehicle mechanic. I was honor graduate.
That's awesome.
You know, now I wasn't shooting. I didn't think there was such a thing in the Army, but they got me one day, said, "You're honor graduate." I said, "For what?" You know, and that's how I loved mechanic side. See, so I learned that as well, you know, in the Army at 18.
Yeah.
So it just, you know, that's how I got connected to using my hands and my mind in critical thinking.
Yeah.
And that's what's missing in the schools today. Mm-hmm. You know, you need to fail to learn. You need to make mistakes, failing to learn. And, you know, unfortunately, we're teaching our kids fear of failure.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with failing. Matter of fact, Riston here, my board op over here, I've told him many times, you're going to mess up.
I've never failed once, Ray. You know that. Many times dead air and phones not working, all kinds of stuff.
Oh, but we learn.
It's a learning curve.
Each and every time we learn something, don't we?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's a fun life.
I'm learning something right now. I'm just winging this and hoping it goes all right.
Yeah, our main engineers left the building. We're on our own this week. This Saturday we're on our own today. There you go. Hope it all works out. You know, but I got Tegan Statham in here this morning talking about floor coverings. Every house has floors.
Yes.
You ever go in one to do one room and leave doing 2 or 3?
Yes, all the time. You'd be surprised at how many people, there's one space they're focused on, and once we talk about future projects, we just knock it out right then and there. You might as well just get as much you can get done at once done.
And on that note, when you have people in your house, it becomes somewhat of a stressful scenario. One, you don't know the people, you never had your floors replaced before, and there's a certain apprehension, anxiety attached to those tasks. Am I right or wrong?
Absolutely.
And so when you do that, if you got a great company, one that you can count on, respect, and believe in, you better get all you can get while you got it.
It's very important to plan accordingly. I tell people, for the sake of their marriage, staying together, it's important to limit the amount of projects you do at home, because it's a real thing.
We're talking about what I learned and how I got into construction. I'll tell you this. The one thing I did learn about construction in general, I forgot my thought. That's ADHD for you. It happened. Got me, Rishton. I had a great point here and just completely flew by.
It'll come back to you.
Yeah, completely flew by. We're talking about stress, though, and the way things are. Stress is a big factor in lives. When you're in your home, you ever get to a job, here's a biggie, too. Things happen. You get there and the floor's wrong. Floor covering's wrong.
We have had that happen. The wrong
have.
thing shows up. Yes, and that's why we have project managers to check ahead of time before we start anything. So those things are caught ahead of time, which is nice. So there's no worries about that. But yeah, it happens. We get the wrong material shipped in, or it's happened.
And another thing that we have a problem with this day and time is people aren't as patient as they once were. Are you finding out their little tempers are a little bit more snappier, more
I've
quicker?
noticed that, yeah, for sure. I think
I'm going to tell you, you know why?
computers.
Technology and the
AI?
availability of information. I don't know
Yeah.
if you've noticed here, and I'm sorry, I'm just talking about general things here, but screens create chaos. They definitely create chaos in our lives, and it's a problem. It's a problem to everyone. It's information overload. We're too busy. If you run out of something to do, look at your screen. There it is. There's something else you got to get your attention. Mm-hmm. It's a problem.
It is.
And another factor is killing our kids. I said killing, didn't I? I did say that word.
Yeah.
Horrible word to use, but it's so true. People aren't realizing what's going on. And another factor, this AI craze. Oh my gosh! What's your thoughts?
I am very much so. I'm very grateful for the technology we have to be able to do our jobs. However, I think just like what you said, it creates chaos, and it creates the inability for kids and adults to problem solve on their own. And I think that's where it all comes into play, and you get people that they don't think on their own, and that's scary.
That's the scariest part of it from my point of view, because when our school kids start asking teachers, why do I have to learn how to read when AI can read for me?
Yeah, no.
Lack of comprehension, big one. Thinking, that's another big one. Why do you have to think? What are they thinking? I mean, this is crazy stuff. I'm a little concerned, but hey, I don't have long to go, so I'm okay. How many kids you got?
I have 3.
What age?
I have a 19-year-old, a 16-year-old, and a 15-year-old.
Oh, boy, do I have questions for you. Can I ask questions?
Yeah, absolutely.
Boy, girls, what?
My oldest is a boy, and I have 2 daughters, so the younger ones are
Do you know
daughters.
do they have any aspirations for what they're going to do?
Yeah, my son is joining the Air Force. My one daughter has an interest in interior design, and my other daughter, she's not sure, but she's
Oh, she's young
a
yet.
freshman, so
Yeah.
she's not sure yet. Oh.
That's good. Not sure is a great answer.
Yeah. She definitely loves, they all love coming to work with me. So anytime they come to work with me, they absolutely love what I do.
Now,
so.
can I ask you this question?
Yeah.
Are you pushing them to college?
No, not at all. In fact, I've tried to push them towards the trades because I've noticed with the rise of AI, the likelihood of my kids getting out of college and having a job is in the field that they're going to school is highly unlikely. So the trades is a great spot for kids because you can't get a computer to lay a floor.
Not only can you not get a computer to lay a floor, you can't get one to screw in a light bulb.
Yep.
You can't get one to fix a light, replace a light fixture, hang a mirror, hang a picture, fix drywall, do plumbing work, do plumbing repair, fix your foundation. Everything you hear about on this show, AI can't do except talk to you. And they can't talk to you the way I talk to you because AI didn't do it. The only time we learn and we can apply is through application. AI can't do that. Just trying to get you squared away here, you parents that send your kids to college. I'm not down on college. I'm really not. I love education. But what, in fact, is education?
And there's so many options for
There
kids.
are.
There's so many options. They can go into the military. They can go into trades.
But even the military, like your son going in the Air Force.
Yep.
Then I would ask him, what for?
So he's interested in aviation. So his goal is to get a job within aviation.
Awesome.
And then when he gets out, well, he's in Charlotte, so no better place for that.
Oh, great. There's an aviation school here in Charlotte.
is.
It ain't cheap either.
Yeah. Yep.
Has he looked into that?
Yep.
He did, really?
He did look into that. Yep. That was one of the determining factors for us when we chose the Air Force because
That's
he's
awesome.
interested in, yeah.
Well, I know they show up at some of the trades career days,
Yes.
that aviation school.
Yep.
But I went over and asked about it. And it's on Independence Boulevard right there
Yes.
near Harbor Freight,
Yeah. It's a
you
great
know,
opportunity.
at Village Lake. It's aviation's a great career,
Yes. Yep.
like welding. Welding's a great career.
Yeah.
You know, for females, females make great welders, better welders than men. And you can name, it's insane what you can make and do and be welding.
Yeah.
And you can go all over the world and not pay a dime to do it. Welding. It's in every city, every location throughout this here globe. Welding. You know, and I bring that up because it's fun.
Yeah.
Have you
A
ever
lot of-
welded?
I have not. I have not ever done that, ever.
Not
But
ever?
No.
Have you ever put floor covering down?
Yes, I did when I was pregnant.
Really?
I have. Yep. I've put a ton of different floors down, surprisingly enough. Yes, I have.
Oh, I believe you.
I've done tile floors. I've done your click floors. I've done commercial carpet.
So you've done ceramic porcelain tiles?
Mm-hmm. Yep. That was probably one of the hardest jobs that I've ever done, and we did that at a habitat. I did ceramic tile in a habitat home, and that's a tough job. That's a very tough job.
I've done a lot of ceramic in my life, tile installation, and matter of fact, we did when I was a full service remodeler. We did all of our tile backsplashes ourselves.
Oh wow!
And we would even go as far as doing some of the showers, but I'm so picky, the methodology and the product, you've got to be very familiar with it.
Yes. Yep.
What's our enemy? Number one enemy? Water.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not done correct. Matter of fact, I went in the house. Me and Kevin here went and visited the house this week. We saw under this raised floor, the paneling was deteriorating due to water. And I said, there's an issue. And I didn't go into it deep with her, but she says, well, where's the water coming from? I knew exactly where it was coming from. It's coming from underneath the laundry floor. So who knows where over the years it could have come from.
Yeah.
And that's going to pop up when they sell the house,
Oh yeah.
you
Yep.
know. So water, number one enemy. Enemy number one's water. So there you go. Keep water away. All right, let's go back to floor coverings. Where's carpet stand nowadays?
Carpet is coming back.
Coming back. It
It's
went away?
coming back. Yeah, people were not about the carpet, but carpet's coming back in a big way in bedrooms. I mean, people are looking in their bedrooms.
I
for
was going to
carpet.
say the bedroom.
Yep.
You know, by all means, the bedroom is the way to go for carpet. And due to
Absolutely.
sound and cozy and warmth and
And if they're not doing a wall to wall application of carpet in a bedroom space, we're seeing custom rugs, which we also do. So we can turn any piece of carpet into a custom rug or runner for our clients.
Stairways.
Yeah.
Y'all do stairs
We do
too.
stairs, yep. We do hard surface treads. We do LVP treads. So if they have LVP in the main part of their home, we can do the treads to match. We sand and refinish existing stairs as long as there's no changes, like with railings and things of that nature. So yeah, any type of a staircase we
Do
can
you
help.
get into railings sometimes?
We have a partner that we prefer to work with, and
That's great.
he handles all the custom railings.
Who
and
is that? Is it a company?
Chris Crumpler. Yep, with I think it's Master Fabrication.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Right.
Yep.
Have you ever? What's the name of that outfit? Stairs. I shouldn't have brought it up if I didn't know the name, but they're from Ukrainian company. They're members of NARI.
Oh.
Which they're members of NARI. Floor Coverings International is also a member of NARI.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, I need to pull NARI's information up for this month's meeting.
Oh yeah.
It's next week, isn't it?
I believe it's on the 26th. I think that's
26. Do you know where it's at?
I'd have to double check.
Once again, I do a plug for NARI, the National Association of the Remodeling Industry of Greater Charlotte, because it's good. It's just good to be a member of it. If you're considered a professional remodeler or interested in being a better remodeler, something you might want to visit. Just come by one evening. It's typically always the last Thursday of the month. Thursday evening from 5:30 to 8:30. And it's at a location, might be a stone fabrication location, could be Queen City Home Store, could be anywhere that plumbing, Ferguson Supply, people that deal in the remodeling products. But it's great organization and something I highly recommend. I'm typically at the vast majority of the meetings. Not that you want to see me, but you can see Tegan.
I went to the website. It looks like February 26th. There's a dinner meeting at ProSource 2500 Distribution Street.
I know where ProSource is. ProSource is in the South End area.
And it also says
That's your competitor.
GC and Designer Roundtable. So I don't know what that is.
General Contractor Roundtable before the meeting. And there you go. See another benefit. If you're a general contractor looking for code updates, changes, and all that, they keep you abreast of all that. So if you're a GC looking for good information, hey, NARI meetings. There you go. Great organization. Had their meeting at the new Queen City Home Store last month, and down in Pineville.
Beautiful over there.
Yes, not quite finished yet, but doing a great job. And there again, Queen City Home Store, great company, great family. Been here since 1952. I highly recommend it. And speaking of sponsors, yes, I was. Let me cover a few more. We can't do it without Kilo Exterminating. Kilo's been a sponsor of this program for 15 years, and thank you for your support. Thank you for your knowledge. Thank you for your professionalism. Kilo Exterminating, been in Charlotte since 1952. They got one job, not to encapsulate your crawl space, not to come over and scare the death out of you about the water in your house. They come to your house to, one, get rid of pests that you don't like. Be it spiders, termites, whatever. And termites can do a lot of damage in a very short period of time. And they also give you a moisture reading on every inspection they do in your crawl space or your home, moisture reading. Can't get moisture readings for crawl spaces on a slab because there are none. But honestly, Kilo's great company. They come out for one reason only, to help you get unwanted critters, not critters necessarily, insects, wood-destroying insects, whatever the case may be. Ants, they're your company. Call them. And you can have your own personal technician if you want to. Talk to them about it. Give them a call. Google them or go online, kilo.biz. Kilo.biz. That's Kilo Exterminating Company. Been around a long time. And also Owens Chimney Systems. Owens Chimney System, a family-owned business. Second generation, 30-something years in the business. There you go, 35 years in business. Got a great company, great service, great dependable staff. All technicians are certified. Most of them are certified chimney sweeps. Miss Thielen, the owner's daughter. James Owen had a daughter, Christina, and she got married. So is Christina Thielen. She's the CEO now, second generation, and she is a certified chimney sweep. Awesome company. That's Owens Chimney System. Just Google them or go online, owenschimneysystems.com. Great staff. And we can't forget Floor Coverings International, Southeast Charlotte, sponsor the show now for quite some time. We appreciate their support and what they do. Tegan in studio with me today, talking floor coverings. And speaking of that, let's go back to floor coverings. Slabs.
Yes.
Do they offer, are there any differences between slab and crawl spaces when it comes to floor covering?
Absolutely.
You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. When you're on a slab, there are certain things you can't have for flooring, and I think most consumers aren't aware of that.
That's why I wanted you to tell them.
So you can't do traditional hardwoods on a concrete slab. It won't work.
Don't nail real good, does it?
No, and the moisture content in a slab is never good for wood. So when it comes to that, a concrete slab, an option would be engineered hardwood. That's one of the options we have, or any of the floating floors will
Now
work.
tell them what engineered hardwood is.
Engineered hardwood is specifically made for concrete slabs, so it's able to withstand the moisture that's there, and it's made multiply, so in different directions for dimensional stability. So what that does is it protects the layers of the real wood that's on the top from the substrate, so to make sure that the moisture doesn't wick up through the floor.
Gotcha.
Yep.
And a slab's not, a crawl space doesn't have those issues.
No, not at all. No, there's air between the substrate, so you don't have to worry about that.
I spoke earlier about, and this is something I want to cover now. I spoke earlier about water, and how you can go in some houses and see there's a water issue in the crawl space because the flooring is cupped,
Yes.
or crowned. It's either bowed up or crowned in the middle. Both are indicative of water in the crawl space. Now, if that's your issue and you're seeing it and thinking something's wrong with your floor, it's not your floor that's the problem.
That's right.
It's your crawl space.
I'm so glad you mentioned that, Ray.
Well, everybody thinks it's the floor. It's not your floor. If you ripped it all out and put new flooring in there, you're probably going to see it all over again.
Yep.
Those are crawl space issues, moisture in your crawl space.
Absolutely.
And it's tremendous in the Charlotte area. A lot of water in crawl space, and that's why we talk about Rhino-Lift Foundation Solutions, and they waterproof crawl spaces. But a lot of people think encapsulation is the silver bullet and it's going to take care of it all. Not always. If you don't eliminate the water source, the intrusive water source, you're not going to handle the problem. I don't care how many times you encapsulate your crawl space, all you're doing is dealing with an issue. It's just like in the medical industry. You don't deal with the symptoms, you deal with the problem.
Yeah.
You don't take a pill for a symptom. You fix the problem. You eliminate the water intrusion.
Absolutely.
And then you can talk about whatever else you want to do, but the water's got to go away, not be hit under encapsulation.
Yeah.
And that happens.
You'd be surprised at how many clients call us like, hey, my floors are cupping. Can you come take a look? And we'll always stop out and take a look to make sure that we can lead them towards the place that will help them. But when you see stuff like the crowning, right, and that you can see stuff that's massive. I've seen.
Oh, it's
looks
horrible.
like maybe like there might be a body underneath the floor. Like that's how big.
I told you that one house I went to.
Yes.
We were at the very bottom of the subdivision. The very bottom, to the point of the stream, the water stream was right beside the lot.
Yep.
I mean, it was the property line, I think, because it was running right down the backyard. And I got out of my car. I looked up the hill this way. I looked up the hill that way. I looked up the hill this way. So I says, well, darn. I'm at the bottom of a subdivision. The very bottom. It's Covington Woods, I think, right behind City Chevrolet. I think that's what it was called. John Crosland built those houses. Anyway, so and then I looked at the house and I said, I see water in the crawl space, because the crawl space was almost at the same elevation as the stream. And I went in the house, and the floors were literally humped.
Yeah.
Every room was humped.
Yeah.
I mean, big time. I'd never seen anything that bad. And then I walked in the front door, and the realtor was behind me that was there for the lady that I was looking at the house for. And I told her right then, I said, you don't want to walk, you want to run
Yep.
away from this house.
Yep.
She says, but why? I said, look at the floors. I said, just look at the floors. That's enough right there for me. Then she turned around, and then I turned back to her, and I said, and there's water in the crawl space as we talk. And the realtor says, you didn't go look in there. I says, didn't have to. I don't need to go look under there. I said, but just to confirm, let's go look. You want to? So I went and opened the crawl space door. All you could see was water. There's like a lake under there. I said, and there's your problem.
Yep.
Now, why would they try to sell that house like that? And naturally, she left and never went back. So the house was, but this is not uncommon. And like I said, whenever I visited a lot, due to my buddy, mentor Clayton Stokes, first day on the job, he told me, you got to look out for water. And, man, it was so obvious to me that day in that house. It's terrible. But
We see it all the time. We see people call us and say, I think something's wrong with my floor. And we stop out. We see that exact same issue. And then we refer them to a
Whoever,
crawl space place or mitigation.
right.
Depending.
And, you know, and another thing, since we're talking water, everybody's scared to death of mold. Well, there's no reason to be frightened to death of mold, because all mold can go away if you eliminate the source, the food source. What might the food source be? Water. Water. You eliminate the water, you eliminate the mold and mildew issue.
Yep.
So remember that. Now, do you need to get what's that word we're looking for? I can't think of it. Come to me in a minute. But somebody to come out there and get rid of remediate.
Yep.
No, not always. Now, how do you know that? We have a company. You may not know this. If you're concerned about your health, which you should be, and mold and dangerous mold, Stachybotrys and others, you need to call CDA Environmental at Devin Arnett. Great company. Devin's not there to sell you anything. He's there to take care of you and your health and your issues. And he will talk to you on the phone and talk in depth to you, educate you, and tell you everything you need to know. If, in fact, where you need to start, and they'll come out and do air sampling, air quality samples, all around your house, inside, outside, in the crawl, in the attic. They'll take samples and give you exactly what's in your air, what mold spores you have, and what needs to be done. So don't go off the deep end when you go and you see some mold, like we saw last week. Saw a little bit of mold. Don't go crazy. Just beware. First thing is there's water present.
Yeah.
Got to eliminate the water. Where's the water coming from? Find out. Eliminate the source of the water. And then you can be okay. Health is okay. It doesn't require coming in, scrubbing everything. Now, some do. Some will sell you the scrub. Mm-hmm. When it sometimes is not necessary. Like I said, eliminate the water. Now, mold and mildew will go dormant. It would literally just go dormant, and it can be reactivated. So, but Devin Arnett, CDA Environmental, can verse you and educate you on all of that, and won't cost you a thing for him to talk to you. He's a great guy, great company, got some great professionals working for him. The good company. So that's CDA Environmental, and you see mold all the time.
We do. Yep. We see it all the time. When there's water issues, there's 90% of the time there's some sort of mold going on.
And one more thing, since we're talking about mold in bathrooms, in water, all that stuff. A lot of people have vent fans in their bathroom, and vent fans don't work if they're not, one, sized correctly, two, if you can't move the air. Now, what do I say what did I just say? If you go into a bathroom, shut the door, turn on the vent fan, and the steam doesn't go anywhere, what's it telling you? It means you're not moving air. One, the vent fan's too small. Two, there's no airflow. What do I mean by airflow? Where's the air coming from? You close the door, you made a box, a sealed box. You can't get air out of a dead airspace. People don't realize that. Cut 3/4 of an inch off your door to allow air to come under your door. It's amazing how that little bit works. And it works because I got a call from a gentleman one time told me, my daughter takes 30-minute showers. And you go in that bathroom when she comes out of there, and it is just steamy. And it stays that way for, up to an hour. I said, sound like a problem to me. He said, it is. What am I going to do about it? So whenever I looked at it, one, the fan wasn't but about a 50 cubic feet fart fan, if pardon my French. But let's just talk real, okay? But it was one of the cheap builder-grade vent fans with a 3-inch vent. Well, that 3-inch vent's not big enough to carry any air to start with, much less the fan driving the air. So we went in there and put an inline fan tech, I think it was 110 CFM, and it was a inline fan tech fan, and I put a port in the shower and cut about another 1/2 inch off the door. Problem solved.
That's awesome.
We move air. You got to move air. A lot of people out there got vent fans. And one more thing about vent fans. They work better if they're clean. They do. They just work better if they're clean. A lot of people got vent fans, never clean them. Never even think about cleaning them. Well, let me say this. You ought to. Because here again, I've told this story before. I've gone into houses and people say, can you put me a new vent fan in? I said, sure, I can, but let me check something. So I go check the fan, and it's all funky. Got dust and stuff all over the blade, the little squirrel cage fan blower blade. I said, I tell you what. And they'll even buy a fan for me and put it at the door and say, there's the fan. Can you replace that one? I says, well, let me ask you a question. If I fix that fan where it'll move the air and take care of your bathroom, could you take this one back, or would you be willing to? Well, I don't need a new one. Then I show them the fan. I said, what do you need? You need a clean fan, or do you need a new one? I said, a clean. And literally, I take the fan apart, clean the blade, use a little WD-40, maybe some 3-in-1 oil, on the shaft for the motor. Tip top, runs like a new one.
That's great.
And then they don't have to pay all that money to put a new one in. I will say this, vent fans, if you replace the fan in your bathroom, you want to put a 4-inch port. You want one with a 4-inch port, meaning a 4-inch exhaust, because it just moves more air. And I will do a recommendation. The Panasonic brands, they're a great fan. They really are. And one that I highly recommend. And they're easy to retrofit. Very easy. The Panasonics, they're just a breeze. I replaced 3 in one house last year. Took me all of 2 hours.
And it's a huge fire safety hazard if you don't clean them, right, Ray?
No,
Oh, it's
not
okay.
vent fans. You're just going to have a lot more steam.
Okay.
No, there's no fire risk involved, but it's just moving air. It's what you want to do, move air. You got to ventilate. And that's all I got for you on bath fans today. Come back another day, we'll do a bath vent fan class. Something out of sight, out of mind. People never see them. You turn them on, they make noise. And you go in some, and they're so loud, they're squealing. I said, y'all over here, Bob? Yeah, I've been there. They squeal. And all you need to do is get a little WD-40 and clean the blade and everything. It will run like a new one.
That's great.
Yeah. How many know that? As simple as that is. We live in a replacement culture. When something breaks or makes noise, I just get a new one. No! Find out what's wrong and fix it. PutToolsInSchools.org. That's our goal, Golly. For example, Saturday, I jerked the handle off my lavatory faucet, right? And then you hold it up and say, well, who do we call to fix this? Who do we call to fix this? A plumber? A plumber? I said, no. yourself. And you go out there and get an Allen wrench and you show them how, and see, in 5-10 minutes it's fixed. You didn't have to call nobody or anyone. So
A lot of times you're lucky to get someone on the phone to talk to in 5 minutes.
that's another factor. Do y'all answer your phone?
Yes. Yep.
You do? Real people?
Real people, yes.
Real people?
It is crazy. Actually,
Yeah.
all calls route to me first. So
They go to you
they
first?
go to me first, yes. So hopefully you get me if you call.
So really, when you call Floor Coverings International Southeast Charlotte, they get you.
Yep.
What is the phone number?
704-589-4967.
589
Yep.
4967.
You got
Let me
it.
write that down because there's another number on the website, isn't it?
Yep, that's our main office.
Now, what's your number again?
704
Yeah,
589
yeah,
4967.
4967. Yeah, see, now they, online with your websites, they put another phone number on there so they can track everything and know where it came from. Oh, well, technology again. Pow! So, talking Floor Coverings International Southeast Charlotte Day with Tegan Statham. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
I did. Cool. Like Jason Statham, you know, the actor.
Yes.
Same thing. Just to cue you in. Yeah, he's one of my favorites too.
Me too.
But anyway, all right. We were talking about various floor coverings and various applications. Do y'all do commercial work?
Yes, we do.
Do you do a lot of it?
Yes, we do. We keep a large set of crews busy year round. So yeah, we work.
So y'all do residential? You do any track building?
We tend to steer clear of track homes. So we're custom builders we partner with.
Right.
High-end remodeling companies we partner with. We do a ton of hotels. We do a ton of commercial construction, new build, renovation, things of that nature. So yeah, everything from anything you could dream up in a space when it comes to flooring, we can
Right.
do. So
You do custom hardwoods?
yes,
Well,
absolutely.
and you know what I mean by custom,
yeah,
right?
we can do inlays and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've done, I've installed quite a few hardwood floors in my life. And me and my brother Dale, he built a house down in Weddington years ago, and he custom installed all the hardwoods.
Oh.
He got some Paduke, some walnut, some oak, you know what Paduke is?
No.
It's an African wood. It's like a bright red. And he did some inlays. Actually framed the pool table where the pool table was in the living room.
Wow.
He framed it with inlay, and everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We were I consider myself an artisan when it comes to woodwork. I don't do as much as I used to do, but we love to do things that, was just different,
Yeah.
And
We do too.
And cutting in floors, toothing them in.
Yes.
That's an art in itself.
It is.
And something, but you know what I didn't have back in the day?
What?
A multi-tool.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
And a multi-tool is the go-to tool for flooring, for keying in.
Yep.
But I didn't have one back then. That tool didn't exist.
That's a tough job.
Yeah, but I love doing it. Chisel and a sharp chisel and the know-how, you could key a floor in and you couldn't even tell it. But that was an art.
Yes.
And then cutting in. Now, when you do a hardwood floor, do many people ask for the surface registers?
A lot of people are
Cut-ins.
a lot of people are doing the sleeker look where it's not a raised. It used to be that people wanted a raised vent, and not anymore.
Well, I'm gonna throw some. Excuse me. I'm gonna throw some at you. You may not be aware of.
Yeah.
I just talked about CDA Environmental. Mm-hmm. In the summertime, if the boots aren't sealed well around the floor registers, they will mold and mildew, and you don't know they're doing it.
Ugh.
Now, and I bring this up because it's a health hazard.
Yeah.
Because it's in the worst possible place. Have you ever heard of that or seen it?
I have heard of this. Yes.
Well,
I
it
have.
happens because he said sometimes that'll come back, and it'll be hard and heavy mold spores, and it's coming from that register. I didn't know that was the case.
That's awful.
Never thought about it. But there's a situation right there. And I've cut them in. I went in the kitchen one time and somebody had an island and there was a surface register on each side of the island. And I said, you know you can have those changed to a surface, don't you? They says, no, who do you call? I says, me. and I installed them because they just look so much better.
They do look better. Absolutely. There's a lot of new stuff that's come out when it comes to floor vents. There's a lot of new
what's
options.
come out?
So they have tons of decorative options now. They even have stuff with lighting in them, which is
Lighting,
crazy.
really?
Yes,
That's
I've
a little
seen
nutty.
crazy stuff. Yes, I don't know why, but
Hey,
yeah.
hey, Bill, come on in. Let me show you my new lit up heat register. Yeah. It's LED. The newest thing. Why? Why on earth would you do that? But
Yeah.
okay.
Hey, yeah.
To each his own.
Yep, different Schluter trims, things of that nature. It's really
Oh, Sluter's got it
yeah.
going on.
Yep, it's really
Do
impressive.
y'all do much tile work? Sluter,
Yeah.
by the way, ceramic porcelain tile. You know.
We do tile work. Yes, we do residential, commercial. Yep, we do tile work.
So tile, porcelain. I can't say
Mm-hmm.
ceramic tile anymore.
No, we prefer porcelain.
Well, but see, there's a change in the industry.
Yep.
Do you know that, Kevin? Yeah, see, most tile today is porcelain.
Yep.
It's not ceramic. Now, what's the difference between ceramic and porcelain? Do you know?
Porcelain's baked at a much higher level
And compressed.
and compressed, and
Yeah.
so it lasts a lot longer and it's harder to chip.
You ever been to the Crossville tile
Oh,
place?
yeah.
Did you go to that tour?
Yep.
That was interesting, wasn't it?
Yes.
So that was awesome. I went there. Did you go on the party bus?
No.
Well, I
Didn't get that invite,
well, I
right?
got invited to the Crossville Tile, tour. It's up in Tennessee, Crossville, Tennessee. So I showed up the time we were supposed to show up, and there's this big old bus. I says, wow. So we got on the bus. It was a party bus. I call it a party bus because there's a bar in there, and it wasn't your normal bus. But we had a good time. It was good. Did we stay overnight? I think we did one night up there, and that place is amazing. The education I got.
I will say all of the places I've gone have really. Did you know that Mohawk has one right in Thomasville, North Carolina?
No.
I would love to take you. It would be fun. We would have a blast.
I love going to manufacturing facilities
So do
and
I.
seeing how, especially that Crossville, and that's the day I learned about porcelain, ceramic, the
Yeah.
variables. They showed you where this stuff was made and produced and machines. Incredible.
Yes.
Incredible.
It's important to know how things get made too. It's so important when you're in the field that I'm in, and you, to make sure that you know how things are made and how they're supposed to be applied. So going to those tours is important.
Well, on that note, let's talk a little bit about application. All manufactured goods, be it floor covering, I don't care what it is, require an installation methodology by the manufacturer.
Yep.
And if you don't follow those, it voids your warranty.
Absolutely.
Therefore, you should read the instructions.
Yep.
Now, I know that might sound crazy to a lot of people, especially you men out there. I know a few women, too, that don't like reading directions. But you need to read directions. Whatever I do, I promise you, I'm going to read the instructions every time. Matter of fact, before I go out and install a vent hood, a downdraft, whatever the situation, I pull up the model number 3 or 4 times, actually. Read it, then I'll go back the day I install and read it again. Mm-hmm. Because if I read that, actually I do a job 4 times before I ever go to the job. Because I only want to go one time. Although last week we had to go 3 times. Kevin laughs because he was part of it. Yeah. But there you go. That's sight unseen. That's going to a job you never seen before. You don't know what you're confronting. No matter how much I thought about it, I couldn't have got it right that day. That day was not a good day. Personally, I don't like going to a job and having to leave. Just like going to a job with floor covering and we got the wrong floor covering. Mm-hmm. Like I go to a job and put a vent hood up. It's a 30-inch vent hood. I look at the box and it says 36. I said, we got a problem. What's the problem? You bought a 36-inch hood and you're 30-inch space. Really? It don't work. So anyway, it happens. It just happens.
That goes along with that planning, how important the planning is with clients too, just making sure they know what's what. Right?
And the product you purchase is applicable to your situation.
Yep.
Just like 2 days ago, a guy calls me up and tells me my vent hood's not working. I said, okay, what you want me to do? He says, can you put a new one up? Sure. And he says, well, I bought one. He sent me the model number on the box, a picture of it. I said, perfect. I looked it up. Will work for your situation. Why? It doesn't vent out the back. You got to find a vent hood that'll vent out the rear. Oh, my goodness. Thank you for telling me that.
Yeah.
There again, if I would have gone there and not known that,
Yep.
it would have been a trip to Concord for naught,
Yep.
which I don't like doing. Have you driven in Charlotte lately, folks? Have you took off from one side of town to the other in mid-afternoon lately? You ought to give it a shot. And don't ever plan a trip from one side of town to the other in less than 40 minutes. And then you're lucky. You're getting there fast. Took me 45, NARI meeting, Queen City Home Store.
Oh, I
Took me an
know.
hour and 15 minutes to get from this part of town to Pineville.
Yep.
Now, am I fussing about it? Yep, I am. I'm tired of Charlotte's traffic getting worse and worse. How was your trip up here today?
Oh, it wasn't that bad. I shouldn't say that because I'm going to get caught in traffic on the way home.
What
It
part?
wasn't too bad. I was coming from Matthews this morning, so not too bad.
All right. Go get her through that door right there. Go walk under the camera and go get her and tell her to get in here. I didn't know who you were waving to. We've got a visitor, folks. I'm sorry, But, we're laid back here. Nothing's going to excite us. We can go with the flow. Well, our secretary of puttoolsinschools.org is in the house and had to go get her. That's all. So anyway, but Tegan Statham's in the house talking Floor Coverings International. Well, floor coverings, all shapes, sizes, and whatever.
Everything.
All right, so y'all do ceramic tile, carpet, engineered hardwood, sanded hardwoods, LVP,
Yep.
LVT,
Yep.
and laminate
Laminate.
flooring. Laminate. Caroline, do you know laminate flooring's back hard and heavy? I didn't know that. I'm lost. Of course, I hadn't put any laminate flooring. I don't put flooring down anymore, although we're about to put some LVP down.
Yeah. And you're going to have the kids help with that, right?
Yeah, I'm going to teach the kids how to put LVP down.
I love
I
that.
think, and a few adults.
Yeah.
It's easy to put down.
Yeah, it's not hard at all.
It's very simple, and I put this floor down.
You did?
I put all the floors
Oh, this
down.
is
I put all the
beautiful.
floors down, and this floor here came out of a commercial building.
This is a quarter turn. I see you did a quarter turn on these carpet tiles too. This looks great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, carpet tiles, y'all do that too?
Yep. We do commercial spaces too. So absolutely.
I love carpet tiles.
Yeah. I actually have software that I can help your commercial space. I take a picture of the space and I can superimpose a carpet tile. So
You can show them
I can show them ahead of time what it's going to look like. So
with any flooring or just carpet tiles?
with any commercial flooring. So we did a project for Raintree Country Club and we were able to help them show them what the space would look like ahead of time so they didn't have to hire a designer. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you know that our first NARI meetings for the first year or two were at Raintree Country Club
I did not know that.
every month?
That's awesome.
That was before the days of them bobbing around town we
Oh,
had a
yeah.
hotel to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raintree was our first home.
Yeah.
But man, they made some killer soups.
Raintree's
Man, I
great.
always loved going to Raintree because they had killer soups. Too. Well, I mean, I'm sorry, it just comes to my mind.
That's all you remember is the soup. You remember everything else. Nothing else.
No,
just the
actually, the food was great.
soup. Well, would hope
I
so.
enjoyed
It's a
eating
country
it.
club.
I enjoyed eating at Raintree Country Club. It was awesome.
Yeah, if you ever have another meeting there, invite me. I'll just be there for the food.
The soup.
The soup,
Yep.
food, whatever.
Yeah, I love me some soup. But anyway, all right. Talking to Tegan Statham, here today about floor coverings in the podcast studio, in the toolbox. Did you get all that? North Charlotte. And reflection real quick here. We got about 10 more minutes here. I want to mention the Put Tools in Schools initiative around raising the awareness around careers in the trades. And once again, we have work days over here now. We're starting work days every Saturday. If you're interested in helping or just coming over and doing a visit or giving us some of your time, helping out, especially you men that don't know anything about tools, I'd be glad to have you here because you got muscles, and we got stuff that require muscles. So, and you could use the education, I promise you, and you'll enjoy it and have fun. What a bonus. So that's puttoolsinschools.org. There's sign-up sheets, volunteer forms on the website. Go sign up. I'll give you a call back. I'll give you all the info you need, and you can come over and help us one Saturday. Every Saturday from 8 a.m. in the morning till 1 p.m. in the afternoon. And I'll give you something to eat, too, at lunchtime, not before. We don't give cookies and we don't give sweets. Against my religion. So enough said about that. So that's Put Tools in Schools work days every Saturday. Got it. I expect to see you this Saturday. Come on visit. All right, Tegan, tell everybody what you sell, what you do, what they need to do, how to get in touch, what's the protocol, all that stuff.
So the moment that you are starting to think about your next flooring project, you give us a call and we will schedule a time for a free consult. We'll send someone out to measure, take pictures, and go through over 3,000 samples.
You say 3,000, that's overwhelming.
It's too much.
That confuses me before you even come to my house. 3,000.
Well, we talk to you about your living and your space and your home, and then we tailor our options to what you need. So you don't have to go through all 3,000 because it would be overwhelming at that point.
I got a really weird question for you. I've been in houses sometimes where I go in and I smell animals, overwhelming animals.
Yep.
And some of those houses have cats. Oh, my goodness. It's horrible. Do you ever hit jobs like that?
Yeah, we offer a service for that, actually.
That's why I zeroed in on it, because I felt like you would have to.
You do.
Because I've been in some houses that I've minimized my stay because I wanted out. I want to get the heck out of there. It was terrible. I went in one house. I got to tell a quick story here. I went to one house one day to do a dryer vent. And when I pulled in the driveway, there's no car in the driveway, but there's a garage. So I said, well, the car's in the garage. But I looked at the house, and I saw some blinds that looked like they were missing some pieces. And on every window, there were blinds that looked like they were chewed up or something was missing. So I knocked on the door. I heard, roar, 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 roar. Dogs. Oh, my goodness. So then I knocked again. And then the man cracks the door open and looks at me, and this stench from that house hit me in the face, and I said, oh, my gosh, what am I about to see? So I went in the house. Half the sofa was gone.
Oh.
Up to the chair rail in the house was mud.
Oh.
Mud. The dining room looked like a toilet for the bathroom. I mean, the dogs. And it liked the stench in that. But anyway, so I said, show me what we're doing. He showed me. I took care of it in record-breaking time. Record-breaking time. And I was out the front door in less than 30 minutes. And that, believe me, that's quick. Oh, my gosh. How can anybody live like that? And I know you've seen some situations like that, haven't you?
It does happen, yes, it does. So we offer a service where we'll apply kills to the subfloor when we do demo, and that helps mitigate the smells that come from pets, from pets having accidents, for sure. Yeah.
Pets don't have an accident. They go to the bathroom. That's no accident. That was on purpose.
Yeah, but we definitely have had times where you have to replace the whole subfloor.
Where am I going to find my accident today? You know, ain't going to happen. But anyway, oh, Law, I tell you what, pets. Now, that's another factor with floor covering, is it not?
Yes, we make sure that the floor that you're going to have is one that's going to fit your whole family, and that's from your fur friends all the way to your children or your significant other. Because we ask questions like, "Hey, do you have people over? Do you wear high heels on your floors? Do you wear shoes in the house? Do you have pets?"
Are high heels very detrimental?
They can be with the wrong flooring. They can be.
In the
absolutely.
heavy woman.
Yeah, that not just that, but
I'm sorry, shouldn't have said that.
not
It's
just
rude,
that, but your things like pool tables. People don't recognize what floors will work with a pool table because
You're right. That's
most floating floors won't last with a pool table. So
Really, I didn't know that.
Yep,
So pool tables don't go on floating floors.
for the most part.
We ain't talked about floating floors. Now we have, but we've done it indirectly. Let's tell
Yep.
people what floating floors are.
So your luxury vinyl planks, your luxury vinyl tiles, your laminate, that's all floating system.
Floating,
Yep,
meaning there's no glue or nails holding it down.
that's right.
Is that correct?
That's right. So
Floating.
it locks together and it moves. The floor actually moves over time. And so we have to leave an expansion gap so it can move. So if you ever look in the corner of your house and you move your shoe mold over top and there's a little gap, there's a reason for that, and that's to let the floor move.
Right.
Yep.
I knew that much.
Yep.
Expansion and contraction. You've got to consider that.
Yes.
And there again, read the instructions again. Here we go. And then when it expands and puts a bubble, a big old bump on your floor, you say, "Well, what did I do wrong?" You didn't read the instructions. There you go. So, all right. We got about 2 minutes left here. I want to thank you for coming visiting today. Have we covered everything?
Yeah, I appreciate it, Ray. I'm really, really excited for what you're doing with these students here. It makes me
Once again, y'all
happy.
are helping. Floor Coverage International, Southeast Charlotte, is sponsoring the show as well as and going toward Put Tools in Schools. That raised their interest in helping, and I'm grateful for it. But more than that, where we're going with the kids are grateful. Because we couldn't do all this without the support of industry, and you are that industry. So we just terribly, appreciate it unbelievably. That's great.
Well, we love working with you guys, so.
Well, I tell you what you can do at one point in time. You can send somebody over here to talk about floor coverings to our kids
Yeah.
at summer camp.
Okay.
Not until then, though. I think we need to, every house has floors in it.
Yes. Yep.
You're never going to run out of work,
No.
especially in Charlotte.
Yes.
You know, it just the way it is. And every floor, I got to ask you one question. Something came to my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all do any concrete finishing work?
We do
on floor?
epoxy floors. Yeah.
You do? See, there you go. We
Yeah.
didn't talk about epoxy floor.
No, yeah. We do that too.
I went in one basement. You know, in Charlotte, they've got split levels.
Oh, yes.
You know, like
Yep.
tri-levels. Mm-hmm. I went into a house one day and walked in the basement, and they had done an epoxy floor in their basement. Absolutely stunning.
Mm-hmm.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Cold, but beautiful.
Yep.
I mean, it looked really good. I would
Yeah.
consider that in a heartbeat with throw rugs. Mm-hmm. Man, that's a beautiful floor. So y'all do that too.
We do that too.
Y'all do everything on floors.
We do. Anything you can dream of, we can do it. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep. Absolutely.
And y'all do, when you go into floor carpet situations on slabs, do y'all fix cracks?
Yes. Absolutely.
Have you ever taken carpet up and the floors were unlevel so bad they had to call somebody in the
Yes.
Rhino Leah Foundation Solutions? There's your answer.
Mm-hmm.
They'll pump that slab back into place right where it's supposed to be. But you've run into that.
We have. Yep. And carpet hides a lot, so you don't see a lot. You don't see what's under it until you lift it up.
That's just like the hallway coming into the toolbox here. You feel something in the carpet in there, and there's 2 water meter.
Oh, yeah.
Matter of fact, one guy walked over and he said, "I know what that is. That's a water meter." He says, and he pulled it up. I got him. I know what he's telling me. He's telling me I got 53 seconds left. Yeah, we got to go, folks. Next week, Rhino Leah, Foundation Solutions in studio. Thank you, Tegan. She's Floor Coverings International, Southeast Charlotte. We're going to have Foundation Solutions in here next week. I got to get out of this habit. It's confusing when you tape a show on Tuesday and play it again on Saturday. You got to know where you're at. But anyway, there you go. It's just a matter of getting used to the new format. I appreciate your patience, folks. Appreciate you listening in. Join us every Saturday on Fox Sports Charlotte, every Tuesday at noon for live broadcast. This is Ray Terry Toolbox. Put tools in schools. We got to go. Time to leave you. So we're going to call it quits. See you next Saturday right here about your house at the Toolbox. We'll see you then. What are you waiting on?